What's up, everyone? Christian May here. Hope you're having an awesome day. Today, I'm going to talk about the differences between a fuzz, a distortion, a normal overdrive, or what we call a mid-gain overdrive, and a what some people like to call a transparent overdrive or clean boost. Um, we're going to take a look at a couple of examples of each. Today, I'm going to start with the fuzz. This is a Jupiter fuzz from Walrus Audio. It's actually a 3-mode fuzz. It's got a toggle switcher right here. It goes to 3 different modes. I just selected a mode just so y'all can hear what a fuzz will sound like. It's got different type of bass, different things you can do with the bass over here as well. And one of the things that I can say is the fuzz is really the what started it all. And it's really just the sound of a broken circuit, or like a clipped signal, and it just has a distorted sound. And so it's the original. So a lot of the old rock and roll songs that you hear will have a fuzz. And this is just a newer style fuzz. So basically, I'm playing on Paul Reed Smith through this little Vibro Champ amp, and that's a tune enough for us. So here it is with the bridge position humbucker, and so. And this is with the fuzz on. Anyways, so it's a super distorted signal. Now, of course, we could tweak the knobs and make it a little less distorted, but you get the basic idea. That's what a fuzz does. Okay, so give me a second. We're going to switch over to what a distortion does. Okay. All right, so now we're back. So now this is some of y'all are probably squinting at your phones right now, looking at that like, what is that? This is actually a Dan Electro Fab Tone. Yes, I know it's a cheap pedal. I like it. I don't care if you don't like it. It's not your pedal. This is actually one of my favorite distortion sounds, because to be honest with you, a good distortion sound just has to have hard clipping, but yet enough definition to make sense. And to me, that's all a good distortion needs, okay? And again, I play on smaller amplifiers, and this does make a difference. I play on smaller amplifiers, so it naturally breaks up a little bit, so you don't really want a lot of distortion on a smaller amplifier. If you got a lot of headroom, like with 50, 100 watt amps and stuff like that, distortion really helps out. It's a little bit, in my opinion, more defined in that. But I like this one because it doesn't get too muddy in the signal. So Again, here's our little bit of a clean signal. Again, still on the bridge pickup here, and here is the Dan Electro Fab Tone. Anyways, I like distortions to a degree. To me, it just reminds me of shred metal most of the time, but it's a lot of fun. You hear a little fuzz in the back. That's one of the things that it will do a lot of if you keep it running. But distortions are meant to give you a hard clipping. But if you can hear it, it's more defined. You can hear the notes clearer than you can on a fuzz. A fuzz is almost like a kind of it's almost like a trumpety style sound. You really can't hear the notes as clean. A lot of the tone is kind of rolled off on it. As with a distortion, if set right, you can hear the tones a lot better. And it's still a hard clipping. I like using it a lot in rhythms, and when you're hitting a big chord, like a big power chord. Things like that. Distortion, a lot of fun. To me, like I said, it should be a clearer, hard clipping. So, on to the next one. Alright, well, we're back. So, here we are with the little green box of wonder. This is an Ibanez Tube Screamer, and if you're familiar with Ibanez Tube Screamers, then you know this is a TS9. I will probably say that the Ibanez Tube Screamer is probably the most replicated circuit in the whole overdrive world. This is a special one. This is actually from Japan. Maxon made a couple more of these when Ibanez did a reissue of the original TS9, I want to say in the late 90s. And so this is one of those reissues. It actually has the Maxon chip and all the old goodies in it. So, anyways, here's my clean signal. It's still on my neck pickup. And you're gonna notice that this is it's just gonna give you some grit. It's just gonna kind of throw you. We actually have the drive knob on this side, the level knob on this side, and I just figure we just start with the level all the way up and the drive up, and we're just gonna kind of get a nice little screaming tune. You might hear some some just high pitched screams, which is one of the things that tube screamers are well known for. Here's a clean signal. So, and here we go with the tube screamer. basically what a tube screamer does. It's a good overdrive, especially if you put it before a boost to kind of give you a little bit of a dirty drive sound. You know, really could push your amp even more if you put it before that. So I love tube screamers. It's gonna be kind of a really nice, warm, fuzzy sound, and so it's not overkill. It's not so distorted that you can't hear the notes clear. And to me, that's what a great mid-drive should do. So mid-clipping circuit should do. So anyways, we're going to go into now what we call a clean boost or a transparent overdrive. They're not always the same, but this pedal I think is a little special, so I'll be right back with it. All right, so like I promised, this is a Greer Amps Lightspeed Organic Overdrive. It is not really, in my opinion, it's not a true clean boost, but it is at the same time. And I'll explain why I don't believe it's a true clean boost, but why I think it is a super clean overdrive, like unbelievably clean overdrive. I love this pedal. It literally takes your signal and goes like this and doesn't do anything else. And that's really what a clean boost is. It simply just raises the decibel level. That's what the Range Master originally did. It just took it up from -20 to 0, you know, so it just, you know, it's all good. So here's a clean signal. Okay? It's allowing the amp to not even really break up that much, which is incredible. So if you want a really clean lead, I think it just brings out and highlights the notes. Now, I have the drive all the way off. Okay, now this pedal does get a little dirty. Okay, it has some oomph. But the good thing is that it doesn't get in the way. It's amazing that it's like, you know, that's just a drive crank, guys. That's what everything. And I'll be honest with you, I can get that same sound just cranking the amp. You know, so it's not really adding a lot of distortion or a lot of clipping, but it's a great booster. And just boosting it all the way. So it's got a lot of great sound coming out of it. And, you know, I just really feel that's an excellent pedal. Great putting before anything dirty. Fantastic. It's true bypass. And it doesn't really color anything. You can control the frequency and you can make it brighter or darker if you want to. But a good clean boost is only supposed to bring the signal up. And that's it. So it should never do anything else more than, you know. Shouldn't do anything else. That's all it should do. So the Lightspeed Organic Overdrive by Greer Amps is a perfect transparent style boost. There are other ones like another great one that I really miss having. I traded something for it to Casey Bullard, and I miss it. It's called the Overrated Special, and it's a Joe Bonamassa design pedal by Way Huge. and way huge. I mean, that thing can go from almost this clean to almost like fuzzy. It's amazing. They even have a new one. It's a deluxe model, has an EQ on it, which is amazing. Um, and again, it's not this particular pedal I find very unique because it's not like a Klon style circuit. A lot of people are like, oh, a Klon's a transparent overdrive. A Klon is not a transparent overdrive. I'll show you. It's not. I'll do a video with one day. I think I already have, but it's not transparent over. it's dark. It really is. You turn it on, it's a dark signal, and so I just I know this isn't the greatest video out there, but I just want to basically for my students that are shopping around for overdrives and maybe they want to go get a fuzz or they want to go get a distortion. Basically what you're looking at is a fuzz is a super hard, not super defined clipping. It's kind of very cool, especially when you want to kind of throw different types of effects in it. It has some really neat artistic value to it, I think. And also, if you want to keep it vintage, fuzz is the way to go. Go get you a Big Muff. Go get you, if you can find one, go find you a Dallas Arbiter fuzz face or, a Maestro fuzz tone. So, if you can find any of those and you got the money to buy an original, or just go buy your reissue. Fuzzes are not very expensive. If you're looking for a distortion, go get a Proco Rat. Go get you an old school Proco Rat. I mean, $50 used all day. If you like the sound of this little fab tone, I love the sound of this fab tone. This is $15, $20 all day on reverb. And of course, everybody's got to have a little green box. Everybody's got to have one of these. If you don't have a tube screamer, there's something wrong with you. Another one is a Boss, OD1. Go get $34 all day for a Boss OD1, and they sound great. Even there's another one I really like. It's I believe the Noble's ND1 or something like that. It's another overdrive style pedal. And so there's that one, and then of course, if you want a clean boost, there's plenty of clean boost out there. J Rocket Archer pedals have a great one. It's just Archer Clean. There's one I think by Exotic Pedals that they have one. It's like just an SP boost or something like that. A really cool one is the Dan Electro rangefinder, I believe what it's called, or I could be completely wrong on that, but it's a really cool pedal too. It's got 6 degrees of clipping. So anyways, go out, play some, have some fun, figure out what your vibe is. If you really like a lot of old school stuff, 60s and 70s, fuzz is where you're at. And I advise you to get an amp that's going to have some headroom. I really feel that it sounds better. Something else I didn't throw in here was a wah. You can get some wahs that have an aggressive overdrive sound to them as well. And I have one that's got an overdrive built into it. So some of those have those effects already built into it. And if you're into smaller amplifiers like I am, I'm telling you that these overdrives will do you just fine. And like I said, I had never had to truly put in a distortion on my pedal board. If I have a small amp, I find that especially if I turn it up enough, I get plenty of gain out of it. And of course, most of the stuff I play is classic rock and country, but I never really felt like I needed to turn anything up. So they all have their purposes. Please excuse my playing. It may not be the greatest. I've had a long day, but I just wanted to come in and talk about this real quick and just let y'all know, like, hey, there's all sorts of options out there for, different overdrives, different types of overdrives. And, trust me, I'm going to be posting a lot about overdrives. I'm an overdrive freak. Obviously, because I love small amps, and and it's not that you can't use distortion with a small amp. I'm not saying that at all. Actually, there's a lot of people who love doing that. But overdrives is my thing. I love overdrives. So, anyways, until next time, God bless you. I'll talk to you then. Just keep on jamming. Go to your local guitar store. Pick out some pedals. Have fun. I'll see you later.